Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? This is the Queen of O'Hara channel. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Get you a cup of coffee, get cozy, and it is storming here. So hopefully, I can keep an internet connection that's get ready to talk about some court. Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Sarah, how are you doing? Woo. Sorry, I was a little late. Some people woke up on the wrong side of the YouTube streets this morning, and I got a little distracted because I was watching the show. Yeah. And of course, I was getting ready to tell you guys what is happening in court this week. And y'all, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up for me, the subscribe, the like, all the YouTube things. And if you enjoy coming here and having coffee with us in the morning, please share this with a friend and ask them to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Why don't we start off this morning with a couple of proverbs, because I think some people could use some wisdom this morning. And we read some proverbs yesterday, and they were really good. So I thought it would be a good thing to do today. The wise store up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool invites ruin. The wages of the righteous is life, but the earnings of the wicked are sin and death. Whoever conceals hatred with lying lips and spreads slander is a fool. Sin is not ended by multiplying words, but the prudent holds their tongues. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, but the heart of the wicked is of little value. So I hope that enlightens your day with a little Proverbs. So the case that I have been watching for the past 2 days is Nevada versus Thomas Randolph. And the reason this caught my eye last week, because this is a retrial that was originally from 2008, but this guy got a retrial because they mentioned some stuff that he had previously. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Just for you, sweetie, just for you. That he, it's a retrial because they had mentioned some things in his first trial that they shouldn't have. So he qualified for a retrial. He is on trial for murdering his sixth wife. Well, a lot of people get married numerous times. The strange thing is that I think 4 other wives mysteriously passed as well. Of course, there was some life insurance involved in these women passing, and so they have named him the Black Widower. So it's really hard when they retry these cases from so long ago, and they're putting these people on the stand and they're like, oh, you don't remember what you said back in 2008. So the story goes that it was a home intruder, that they were coming home from dinner, that there was a gentleman that they just happened to know that was in the house, shot his wife. This dude, Thomas, that goes by Tommy, came in, seen the intruder that had already killed his wife, and he shot the intruder that happened to be a friend of the family. So he ends up being the hero of his own story. But the problem is that his story didn't really match up. Like, he said that he shot the guy in the hall, but the guy was in the garage, and it just, none of the stuff really added up. And then there was the insurance policies on the sixth wife, and there had been a previous pattern of getting insurance policies and the wives, coming up dead. It's kind of just a whole bad look kind of thing. Apparently, this guy is like very brash and just harsh and kind of says what he thinks. And, so yesterday, so 2 days ago, they had the opening statements. And, that's always really good to listen to, because it kind of sets you up for what to expect, what kind of case it's going to be, kind of gives you a little preview of it. And then their first witness was the lady's daughter, and then a friend. There was a neighbor across the street that seen them come in, heard the gunshots, and then realized that the ambulance and the police didn't come for like 20 minutes, even though the husband said that as soon as he got done shooting the intruder that killed his wife, that it was like 2-3 minutes all this happened, and then he called the police. And then neighbor says it was like a 20-minute occurrence, time lapse. So this happened originally on May 8th of 2008. So it's like a long time ago. Yesterday, the most interesting part, and if you want to go back and watch bits and parts of this court case, Law and Crime is covering it. Court TV has bits and parts. The most interesting part yesterday was testimony, and it was on Zoom. So if you're like fast forwarding it, you can see it, from an ex. Well, she wasn't even like really an ex, but from a girlfriend named Lizzie of Tommy's. And apparently she was still a girlfriend while he was currently married, kind of like a side chick. And it's really kind of, do you want to think of like your 60-year-old parents having a side chick? But apparently, he has a pattern of meeting women online, moving in with them, getting an insurance policy. And that's what he had done with this lady, even though they had never gotten married. I mean, it sounds like she missed. She was lucky. They were together. They were together for like a year. He got an insurance policy on her, was like, hey, I'll take care of it. I'll pay the premiums, and then, I'll give your daughter half, and then I'll keep half. And then, but so they had a back and forth relationship, and everyone knew about it. Even while he was married to the sixth wife, they would often break up. He would go back to this Lizzie lady. And so he just sounds like an awesome, outstanding guy that, anyone would be lucky to have. So I am just, I'm going to keep watching this and keep y'all updated. If you want to look it up, it's Nevada versus Thomas Randolph's, and it's the murder of the sixth wife. And so you'll definitely see it on Court TV, on Law and Crime, and I'm going to keep you updated because but yeah, so the whole retrial thing was, I guess they had mentioned that previous wives had been, I'm not sure if he had been charged. I think one of them said that he had been charged and then let go. It didn't stick for one of the murders of one of the wives, but I'm definitely invested in this case and I'm going to keep you updated. So there's that court date case. Do y'all find that as intriguing as I do? Like, I mean, are these women not asking questions? Like, where are all your ex-wives now? You know, that's what I want to know. Like, I want to know, where are your ex-wives? I mean, I want to know, if did he tell them, oh, they're all dead? Did someone ask, are they dead from natural causes? Did he lie? I don't know. I have questions. But apparently these women felt like this man was a catch. And I've seen pictures of him and I don't feel the same. But apparently they were swooning for him. It must be slim pickings out on the West Coast. He was living in Utah, and then when he met the sixth wife, he moved into her house in Nevada. So, all right. The second court case I want to share with you, and you may have heard of this. Have y'all heard of the 19-year-old pregnant cheerleader that gave birth in New Mexico to her baby and put it in the trash can and killed it? Her lawyer has been all over giving interviews, and her name is Alexi Treviso, and she's 19, and there's video of her cheerleading 3 weeks before she gave birth. Her mother took her to the hospital suffering from back pains. Allegedly, according to her and her mother, she did not know that she was pregnant. She asked to go to the bathroom, and then there's video showing the girl walking to the bathroom, like holding her bottom. And she was in the bathroom for about 20 minutes, walked in the bathroom, gave birth, wrapped the baby in a plastic bag, put it at the bottom of the trash can, suffocated the baby, tried to clean up all the blood and stuff in the bathroom. And then they finally got her out of the bathroom. About 40 minutes later, I think it was, the cleaning lady found the baby in the trash can, of course, deceased. So the hospital called the police. Go back and watch this footage. There is footage everywhere. Court TV has been covering this case. And like I said, her lawyer is just giving out interviews. Now they're trying to sue the hospital, saying because they gave her, the girl, Alexi, because they gave her drugs that possibly they hurt the baby. But there's footage of when they went to arrest her. I know how we all enjoy body cam footage. But yeah, there's footage of when the cops went to the hospital, of when the doctor is talking to her bedside, telling her that they found the baby. And when they tell her, and her mother standing there, that they found the baby, the first thing that her mother says is, Alexi, I told you about this. Don't you see on TV what happens to girls like this? Which I thought was kind of an odd response. Like, you just found out she killed your grandbaby. And Alexi refers to it as it. She says it wasn't breathing. It wasn't breathing. She says it didn't cry or something like that. It's really sad. Like, for the longest time, I didn't watch the footage, and then it just like kept coming up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what this is about. But yeah, her lawyer is it is, Sarah. It is sad, but and there's footage of her 3 weeks, like Daily Mail. So apparently the school board, Daily Mail has and there's pictures of her pregnant. Like, look at that. She obviously looks pregnant. And apparently she told, look, that's a pregnant girl. And obviously the cheerleading coach, not obviously, but allegedly, the cheerleading coach asked her, was she pregnant? And she told the cheerleading coach she was gaining weight because of birth control pills. So I had heard before the school administration had threatened the students not to talk to anyone from any news source, any YouTube, to talk to no one. And if they did, they would get in trouble. But some students, without exposing their identity, have spoke to Daily Mail. Yeah, Daily Mail. And they said that she knew she was pregnant and she had already named the baby Alex. So I don't know how she knew it was a boy, but it says that she was a boy. And, videos show her struggling to get through her routines on January 6th. And she murdered her son in the hospital on January 27th. So it's, yeah, it's a really, really sad, but just to see the way her mother reacted, which who knows how you would react in that situation. No one knows. No one can say how you would until you're put in that situation. But it's just, the girl's 19. The girl is 19, and her boyfriend was saying that, he didn't know, but she has been charged with first-degree murder for putting her newborn baby son's body in a trash can beneath a plastic bag on January 27th. So it's, yeah. So we'll definitely keep a watch on that court case as well. If you enjoy watching court TV like I do, I would love to hear what court cases are you currently watching. If you're watching this on replay, please drop it down below in the comments and let me know. What is just fascinating you right now? What court case are you just on the edge of your seat watching? I will say this, I watched a lot of the YW and Melly trial out of Florida and over the summer. And it was a hung jury. And so there's going to be another trial. I think it's set for October. That was so boring. So boring. And I feel like the prosecutor lost that trial because they just gave so much evidence that didn't have anything to do with the case, like trying to educate the jury about gang life and lingo and 800 pages of text messages that didn't have anything to do with the murder or that night. But yeah, so I'm always interested in what you guys are watching and keeping up with. So that's all I have for today for Tuesday trial update. But y'all make sure to tune in again tomorrow, same time, same place. And as always, remember, do something nice for yourself and do something nice for someone else. I appreciate y'all joining. Bye.